And
We're good.
we're clear.
We're in. We're out.
We're in, just like Wayne's World. Oh, hey, welcome to the Multiverse Comic Show, where I am not going to have a lot of energy today because I am under the weather. But you know who isn't under the weather?
No.
Our host.
Horse.
Our horse. Our host.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that. It was
Pete Molini.
Horse.
Our host, Pete Molini. Welcome to the Multiverse Comic Show. I am going to be useless over here. That's why I'm over here, because I'm under the weather. I don't want to get Pete Molini ill, so that's why I'm off to the front, to the side, so Pete can stay safe away from my terrible germs. So, what's up, Pete?
How's it going, Ray?
It's going.
It's going.
It's Wednesday night.
It is Wednesday.
We're here doing the show as usual.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, I don't. I didn't want to cancel the show because of me being sick, so we've improvised here a little bit.
It's gonna be good. It's
A
gonna
little
be good.
improvisation. So what do we have on the docket today?
So we talked about we got our first look at Cable this week.
This is true. Josh Brolin.
Brolin.
As Cable. Finally, we've been wondering for months, ever since it was announced, that Josh Brolin is Cable. If you apparently it was Ryan Reynolds, who's been just dropping Deadpool 2 news left and right all over the internet. So what do you think about Josh Brolin's Cable?
He looks pretty good. I mean, I was worried they were gonna go over the top.
Or were a Rob Liefeld Cable with pockets on pockets on pockets on pockets, where like he shot at Pockets Unlimited.
Yeah. But
with containers.
Yeah. But they went pretty basic. I mean, we have he's got the metal arm. He's got the you can see like the metal kind of sticking out of his neck, and that's kind of cool.
And the eye.
Yeah.
He's got the eye.
And it's crazy because I know that they had said that they were gonna do a lot of it in makeup, and they just scarred him up. Like they didn't go crazy on him.
Yep. It's interesting. I know one of our friends, Lamar Harris. Mm-hmm. He's complaining that he's not big enough. I guess everyone kind of assumes the Rob Liefeld or the early '90s, mid '90s Cable, where he's a giant monster of a man with muscles that don't exist.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, like it just. I don't know, would that work in the world where like Colossus is, walking around, and you don't want a guy as big as Colossus,
Yeah, no, that's true. No, I don't inherently have a problem with the way Josh Brolin looks as Cable, because I know this movie is not about the way it looks. This movie is about comedy and violence. And as long as Josh Brolin kind of like provides that kind of like stoic, because it's going to be just like Men in Black 3, where you had Josh Brolin playing Agent K. He's playing the stoic, Tommy Lee Jones character, to Will Smith's kind of funny guy.
Yeah.
We're going to have this where it's Cable trying to be serious. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of intergalactic time threat where he and Deadpool are going to be like stuck together, and he's going to be the serious one where Deadpool's going to be a jackass. And I feel that dynamic is going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to work this time, because I feel like, it makes sense. I mean, just the idea. Because the first one was pretty silly, but it was pretty straightforward.
It was.
It was just, there wasn't too much, fantasy or, you know what I mean?
And then realistically, it was one of those, it was a superhero movie where the world was not in danger. Yeah. It was just Deadpool versus Francis.
Yeah. Exactly. And it was real, like, kind of straightforward. And then it just shows, like, the world of Deadpool, where part 2 is, like, time travel.
Yeah, now we're going to have time travel. We're going to have Domino. We just saw Domino the previous week. Mm-hmm. Domino looks good to me. Yeah. I don't. At this point, I care more about enjoying the movie than comic book accuracy. Yeah. I used to be a comic book accuracy guy. Yeah. It used to like I was that guy who would be annoyed. I'm like, oh, it doesn't look. It looks nothing like the actual character. Where now it's like, the Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah. He's wearing, that suit is very modern looking. Mm-hmm. It's not a traditional Spider-Man suit, but you know what? It looks cool.
Yeah, it works.
It's just it's an accessory to the fun plot.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like we learned kind of early on that like there's things you can do in a comic book that just don't work in real life. Yeah. And you get creative with that, and it works.
Like yellow spandex, apparently.
Yeah. But then again, you have the exception to the rule, like Deadpool. He looks exactly like he looks in the comic book.
Well, yeah, no, that is he is the exception.
Yeah.
He does. It is uncanny.
Yeah.
How he it's. I honestly, that's probably part of the enjoyment of the movie because we're seeing like this cartoon character interacting with the real world.
Yeah, that's true.
With Ryan Reynolds' excellent delivery of that character, I think if it had been anybody else, I don't think it would have been as good.
Yeah.
Because he really nailed that, kind of whimsical, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's funny you bring that up because now, so I don't know if you know that FX is working on a Deadpool animated series.
Oh, really? I was not aware of that.
It's going to be a serious, R-rated animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Glover and his brother are working on it.
Oh.
They're writing, they're head writers, executive producers on this.
At first you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
But here, I might kill it for you. The president of FX recently said the cartoon is nothing like the movies. So I don't know what that means.
Where he's just going to be ultra violent? I mean, what? I mean, I feel like this could be an excellent replacement for Archer because I know Archer's going to run its course at some point.
Yeah.
A Deadpool show in that vein would be an excellent replacement.
Yeah.
To fill that funny, ridiculous gap that Archer is eventually going to leave when Archer, when Adam Reed and all those people get tired of making Archer.
Yeah.
This could be plugged in as an excellent show of the same ilk, of the same comedic violence.
Yeah. But that's how it
Well,
is.
I mean, like now, like my brain is racing. They're trying to do like an Aeon Flux.
I know, right? But I mean, you have like Donald Glover. You know it's gonna be funny. Like,
but funny how?
Yeah.
Like funny like a clown. It's a little Goodfellas reference for you.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, like, could you ever watch Atlanta?
No, I did not watch Atlanta.
And it was pretty funny, but it was really serious. And so like, they're like the same creative team behind that. So.
Well, it's Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
He is seriously funny.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what when they said, but they said it's nothing like the movies. So I don't know what that means.
You know what's funny? Do you watch You're the Worst?
No, I've seen it here and there, but
like there's a character on You're the Worst which I feel like they're making fun of Donald Glover.
Oh really?
Like he's this rapper who like totally is like offbeat and he's very, very eclectic and unusual. And I was like, they're making fun of Donald Glover. This guy is trying to like he's Childish Gambino.
That's funny.
And he's very. I think he's an exaggerated version.
Yeah. But
it's very funny that. But now that I just stopped to think about it, I'm like.
Yeah, it's all tied together, right?
So do we have any other? So Deadpool animated. Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
we shall see.
It's on FX, so
it'll be violent.
It'll be violent, exactly. Let's see what else. Comic news. So for the last 9 issues of the Harley Quinn book, they've had a backup feature. It was Jimmy Palmiotti and Paul Dini with Bruce Timm.
Wait.
Yeah.
So wait. Do you mean to tell me that the original creative team of Harley Quinn, 25 years ago, is teaming up with the current creative team of Palmiotti and I'm sure Amanda Carter's involved as well. They're teaming up they've been doing a backup piece?
Backup feature, and it's
really
early Harley adventures. I guess set in the New 52 because now we have to explain all that. But they're very classic. She's in the classic costume.
Oh, okay.
And it's her and the Joker, and it's just showing like their relationship and their early adventures.
Wow.
Well, apparently that has become so successful, they're turning it into a book.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's becoming a book.
I was about to ask, are they going to collect all those and put them together?
I'm pretty sure there's going to be issue 0 that's going to have all those
backups all together in one book for like $5.99.
Yeah, exactly. With a shiny cover.
With a shiny, glossy cover.
Well, we don't have a date yet when it's coming out, but it's called Harley Loves a Joker.
Really?
It's a new like prequel Harley Quinn book.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of off the beaten path.
Yeah.
Something that's not necessarily continuity, but it kind of is. But it's just like something where you're not saddled with having to like know the history. Where you can just go into this. If you ever watched the old cartoon, or if you're a fan of the classic Harley, you can enjoy that book. It sounds like you have Bruce Timm and freaking.
Well, I know they've confirmed Paul Dini's coming back,
but maybe not
Bruce Timm. But we'll see. I mean,
what if we got Paul Dini and and then Jimmy Palmiotti. I think with Amanda probably drawing it instead of Bruce, because was Bruce drawing it or?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah.
Oh jeez. Well, yeah, he's not going to stay long term.
Yeah, he's not going to hook up for that,
But I'm sure Amanda can draw it, and I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure she can get to that style that.
I'm sure there's a lot of like Bruce Timm clones out there. Like,
There's 25 years worth of Bruce Timm clones out there. Right? I have no doubt.
Exactly.
So that's really cool. I'm genuinely excited about that. I think that was going to be really cool.
That's a cool, fun book.
You know me. I like fun. I like things that are fun to read. That's my wheelhouse.
We're getting classic Harley. That's the thing.
Not these whatever. Well, actually, I think the Jimmy Palmiotti Harley is probably pretty fun, but I don't know about the Suicide Squad / whatever DC Alpha Omega Prime Directive Harley Quinn.
So, as long as we're on DC, let's keep going. So
let's keep talking DC.
So we're gonna get another Adam West Batman performance.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know if you remember, they did a Batman 66 animated movie a couple years ago, last year, where they got the surviving cast, brought them back, and then we did a modern take on that show.
Okay.
So apparently they had already started production on Batman 66 versus Two-Face.
Huh.
And Two-Face is one of those characters that a couple years ago they found scripts that they had written scripts for Two-Face episodes. And there was even rumors that like Clint Eastwood was going to play him.
Really? A very young Clint Eastwood was going to play Two-Face.
He's going to play Two-Face.
Huh.
And
that actually sounds pretty awesome.
Right?
Like, I'm trying to imagine young, freaking cowboy Clint Eastwood. That young Eastwood, like with the... Although it would have been campy, I'm sure.
Oh, it would have been. Yeah, because I read it, because they took those scripts and they made them into comics.
Mm-hmm.
And I read it. It's kind of cheesy. Like, so he's literally Two-Face. Like, he's half of him is good, half of him is bad. So he commits these crimes. After he commits the crimes, he goes back and he flips a coin. If it comes up bad, he keeps it. If it comes up good, he returns it with like interest.
Ha!
So like they show how
66 of him.
Yeah. So they show like there was this like this tea set that belonged to some royal family or whatever, and it was always missing this one cup. He steals it, flips a coin, it comes up good. He returns it with the missing cup.
Ha!
So it's like, so it's like it's literally like, do I do good or do I do bad? Like,
that is extremely amusing.
Yeah. So they announced
that would have totally fit into the Batman 66 universe.
Yeah. So they announced that they recorded an animated movie, Batman 66 versus Two-Face. And was already working on this even before the last one came out.
Mm-hmm.
So they had finished it. And so Burt Ward's back as Robin, and Julie Newmar is back as Catwoman.
Really?
Yeah. But here's the kicker. Guess who's going to be Two-Face?
Whom?
William Shatner.
I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't with this. William Shatner is going to be Two-Face. Oh, God. He's going to shat all over it.
Yeah.
Do I return this? Or do I not return this? Only the coin. What's that? Ha.
Apparently, he was very good friends with Adam West. Like, they were buddies.
I can see that.
Yeah, because they had similar acting styles.
You don't say.
So that's coming out in October.
It's coming out in October,
so we're getting that. And then, so the weirdest one I think you might get a kick out of.
Okay.
Boom Studios just announced. Boom Studios loves to do these crossover books. They own a lot of properties and they can just cross them over.
And we've discussed this before, yes.
Boom Studios announced Planet of the Apes, King Kong.
How could there be something that I think I want but also don't want at the same time? It's like, it makes so much sense, yet it also makes no sense whatsoever. It's like that burger at Grill 'Em All.
Yeah.
The peanut butter jelly in a burger.
Yeah.
It makes no sense, but maybe it'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Planet of the Apes and King Kong, what, they're going to like...
So
Kong is going to be their god? I mean,
essentially, so what it's about is it takes place in the original movie continuity. In the original Planet of the Apes movie continuity.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
Dr. Zayas travels into the Forbidden Zone, is traveling to sea, ends up on Skull Island.
And I'm sure Kong is like fucking thrown the fuck off. I mean, this might be amusing.
Yeah, right.
This might be really funny. I mean, I like wacky stuff. Wacky stuff really punches me right in the gut.
Yeah.
But,
So that's I don't know.
I wish I could be a fly on the wall during that pitch meeting.
Yeah.
Like, guys, I got a good one. For us. We have 2 monkey properties. We got Planet of the Apes, King Kong. Let's put them together. Monkey on monkey. Monkey on monkey crime. Like, they'll get him. He's their god. And then he's confused. Who are these little knees?
Yeah.
Why are they talking? Why are they getting implants and shooting me? What the fuck?
Well, see, that's the only thing though, because, okay, if we go with, which they kind of assumed it was the same continuity, like if we go with the James Franco King Kong, Planet of the Apes continuity, so there was that virus that turned all the monkeys smart. So wouldn't King Kong get smart?
But then you're saying it's the original continuity.
Yeah.
It's the original movie. If it was the James Franco smart monkeys, oh yeah, King Kong would be smart as hell.
You'd be talking.
He would have built a house.
Yeah.
Skull Island would just be one big house.
Yeah. He's just sitting there drinking
his tea with his eyeglasses on. Hello, fellow apes. I'm King Kong. No, I am not your king. It is just a colloquialism that was given to me by the locals.
So, I mean, well, we'll see. I mean, that'd be kind of a cool twist if King Kong talks.
If King Kong talks and is smart, oh boy.
Then they're in trouble.
It's a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
That's so much trouble. I can grab things with my feet.
Yeah.
That's all I want. See, now I want to draw that. I want to draw King Kong.
Just drinking tea.
Drinking tea, sitting on the front porch of his giant island-sized house.
just chilling.
Just chilling.
Like, I don't really.
There's like a T-Rex head mounted on the wall. Yes, that's Joseph. He and I had several spats.
Oh, he's like, I went to New York once too. I didn't enjoy it.
They were rather rude.
Yeah.
I had to fall off and fake my death.
And then I came back here.
I swam when I swam. And rolled off that giant gurney into the Hudson Bay.
So I want this book now.
Yeah, right? I want the version that we're making.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I want this version.
And so the last thing I have on
last piece of comic news here.
So we finally got a release date for Spider-Man Homecoming on Blu-ray.
On Blu-ray, yes.
October 18th.
October 18th.
Yeah. The coolest thing we were excited about, there's 10 deleted scenes, including a director's cut of the film by Peter Parker intro.
I want that so bad. I want that in my life.
Yeah.
I want that in my life.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a lot more of him like fucking with Happy.
Mm-hmm.
And and the coolest thing about it, they haven't said. I guess it got leaked.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know who this is exclusive to. But one of the exclusive thing is if you get the Blu-ray, it comes in a Spider-Man mask.
Huh.
Yeah.
See, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I would have been all over that.
Yeah.
Currently, was like, I just want the damn movie.
Yeah.
Give me the movie, give me the digital copy, and I'll be happy as a clam.
There you go.
Before Disney does their streaming service where you can only watch it.
See,
that's a future problem.
That is a future problem. That's gonna be weird because people were talking about that yesterday, and people were. It's funny because people are more excited over the fact that like, oh, we're getting all the Disney animated movies on a big streaming thing, and I'm like, really? Like,
they each their own. I honestly, I feel like the big Disney fans have the VHS, have the DVD, have the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Like somebody has a bootleg copy of Song of Zeph.
So I don't know if you ever heard about that. I remember someone told me about that. I could never confirm it was true. I heard that Disney still makes VHS for collectors.
Really?
And that you can get like a frozen VHS that looks like the old.
Really?
Yeah.
I worked in home entertainment. This is news to me.
Yeah.
Back when I did my 1 year at the Mouse House.
Yeah.
I worked literally in home entertainment. Huh.
Then it's like a collector's. They're like expensive. They're something like $200.
Oh wow. And then that's probably like a different division. They probably like makes those and transposes them.
Yeah.
If they're official Disney, then that's some sort of like special freaking.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Like, Google that.
There's these like hardcore collectors. They want them in those, those special plastic boxes.
The white boxes.
Yeah.
They started all those because those were the original Vault one. That's when those were the first home entertainment versions. All the VHS because there was prior to VHS there was no home entertainment.
Yeah.
So those were the original.
Yeah.
That's the original format for the home versions of all the old movies. And I believe my brother had a lot of those.
Yeah.
Like, between me and my brother, we'd have a lot of those Disney movies.
They're valuable, right? Like they're
the VHS.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure they're quite valuable.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, apparently because the collectors they still make them like that. I read somewhere.
I want to Google that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google that after the show.
Yeah.
I want to investigate that.
Yeah.
So
now
let's talk about this week's comics.
It's Wednesday, so we got to talk
It's
about
Wednesdays. We have brand new comics. All right, Pete,
comics.
walk us through what we got here.
Start?
Because I will not handle any of the books this week. I'm a little under the weather.
So we had this really
That's why I'm
cool
over here.
Rogue One prequel.
Yes. Rogue One. Cassian and K2SO. Oh, nice.
Yeah. And it's a really fun story. It's a one shot, so you're just one and done.
So $4.99?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
The one and done, and it's the story of how Cassian and K2SO met.
That's pretty cool.
You know, and it's a mission, and we find out the whole thing. It's really interesting.
Is this K2SO already reprogrammed at this point?
Oh,
he's an Imperial droid.
He starts off as an Imperial droid, yeah.
And then Cassian, again,
yeah. So so K2SO, like he was kind of he stole the movie, right?
Rogue One. He's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Of all the characters out of Rogue One, he is my favorite character. Alan Tudyk did an excellent job of being the only comic relief in that depressing ass movie. It was a good depressing ass movie, but
yeah, it was pretty depressing.
You thought that was me?
Yeah. So now we get a little more K2SO.
I have no problem with that, considering that he's dead. They're all dead. Spoiler alert: if you haven't watched Rogue One, they all die.
So that's essentially your Star Wars book of the week because every
week, Marvel.
There's every new Star Wars book every week.
They're milking that cow.
Yeah.
They're milking that Star Wars cow as much as they can.
As much as they can.
Sorry, Dark Horse. We're going to run this train into the ground.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, I guess because the movies do help. I'm saying because Marvel has been way more successful with Star Wars stuff than Dark Horse was in the 20-some years they had it, right?
That's true. I mean, like the only really big ones were like that Dark Empire.
Yeah.
I don't even think that those were like big sellers. I think those probably sold better as trade paperbacks.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that Star Wars stuff with Dark Horse probably did much better as a collective book rather than the individual issues.
I remember always seeing them like at Borders and stuff like that. They'd always have them. So
because getting that collected edition. I mean, that was probably one of the first times where people started choosing trades over buying individual issues.
Well, because you got to think too, because Dark Horse is a decently sized company, but you figure like a lot of stores probably didn't have a lot of it.
Nah.
Or
I know original Comic Galaxy, we'd have like a handful.
Yeah.
We'd order one or two of everything.
Yeah. So yeah.
And that was during the because a lot of Dark Horse's time was during the dark period between Jedi and Phantom Menace. That was like But what was cool about those books is they were all approved by Lucas.
Yeah.
Everything had to be run by Lucas. All right.
So that's the thing about these Disney, Marvel, Disney.
Same thing.
Same
Honestly,
thing, yeah.
Disney, Marvel, same thing.
Well, that's the one that they did when they took over the Star Wars books. They did say that only the movies were continuity, and the Clone Wars and Rebels.
Right, and everything else before that was not.
continuity. These comics
are the new continuity.
New continuity, yeah. So that's the cool thing about this book too. You get a little more continuity.
You get more continuity. That's the continuity. That's a big C word. That's important in comic books.
That's very important in comic books. So
what else we got this week?
We have the next installment of Generations.
Generations that's Jean Grey and the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So that Jean Grey, is that the one displaced from the
displaced Jean Grey
one?
Is meeting up with
Dark Phoenix Saga?
Maybe. Like it's very ambiguous. Like,
okay.
She is the Phoenix and she has the powers of the Phoenix, and so and she's just kind of trying to learn like what this means, because apparently I haven't keeping up with it, but there's a Jean Grey book right now.
Right.
where apparently the Phoenix is returned.
And right there, Jean Grey.
Yeah, the Phoenix is returned, and it's coming. And so this book is it's kind of.
I thought we got rid of the Phoenix after AVX. I thought that wasn't a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Cosmic Entity.
Phoenix is back. And so.
Well, the Phoenix always rises. Like,
yeah.
It wouldn't be a Phoenix if it didn't come back to life.
So this story is a really cool story because like you see young Jean Grey meeting up with, older Jean Grey.
Adult Jean Grey.
Yeah. There's even this funny line where the older Jean Grey sees the younger one. She's like, "Oh, are you from the past?" She's like, "I'm actually from the future." It's confusing, like.
Comics, man.
Yeah.
That's comics in a nutshell, right there.
Exactly. And so, it's a really good story because it sets it up where the older one basically tells her, like, don't worry about it. It works out. Like, things work out. Like,
Things work out.
Yeah.
I'm about to get killed right now.
Yeah. And so, so then we find how powerful she was as the Phoenix. Certainly she could manipulate matter. I never knew that.
There's a reason they killed her.
Yeah.
They keep killing her whenever she's the Phoenix.
Yeah.
She's fucking strong.
Oh, yeah, so
she can destroy planets, dude.
We get a taste of that where she's trying to show young Jean Grey, it's not all bad. Where
she sets fire to
they go and fight Galactus.
Ha!
Just for fun.
So the Phoenix just slapped Galactus in the face. That's friggin' insane.
Yeah.
I'm sure if my buddy Sean Hornbuckle sees this, he'll be very upset. He's a big fan. He's a big fan. No, he's a big fan of Jean Grey.
Oh, there you go.
No, it's the opposite end of this, but he would be pleased to have an image of Galactus getting bitch slapped by the Phoenix.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his favorite. That's his favorite X-Men character.
So there you go.
I'll be sure to let him know. If he doesn't catch this live, I'm gonna message that guy.
It's a good read. It's a fun read.
I'm sure he already bought it today.
Yeah,
at his comic shop.
Yeah. So it's Colin Bunn's writing, so he's a good writer. I think he's working on the actual Phoenix book. So
cool.
It's it's the same thing on all fronts there.
It's continuity.
Continuity.
Right. If this was a Pee Wee's Playhouse, that'd be the word of
the day.
Continuity.
So now we're gonna go over to DC.
DC books. What do we got today?
We got probably the best book that's come out in like years.
Oh, really?
Like, you see, and you're gonna feel like I'm overselling this. This is as good as Identity Crisis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah. So Tom King.
Someone on Facebook live asked about Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle.
Are you sold out or?
We'll get shorted, so hopefully we're getting more.
Hopefully we're getting more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone on Facebook Live when I'm going to go check the camera asked if you got Mr. Miracle.
Yeah. So we're talking about Mr. Miracle.
All right. Tom King. I understand he's a good writer. You had me read some of that The Vision.
The Vision. Yeah.
That was some really compelling stuff. So you're telling me this is as good as Identity Crisis? I will take your word for it.
We have Brad Meltzer quoting the thing.
Oh, no wonder you.
Yeah.
No wonder you're comparing Identity Crisis. Because Brad Meltzer washed it up a little bit.
Yeah. I literally saw that. I'm like, no. And then I read it.
You said it was really good.
It's really good.
Oh, if only I wasn't sick, I would read it right now. But I'm sick, so I did not want to touch it.
So they did a promotional video for it, and Tom King was talking about how he essentially wanted to do for the New Gods what Dark Knight Returns did for Batman.
Huh.
What All-Star Superman did for Superman, and New Frontier did basically for the Silver Age DCU, right? Yeah, it's a crazy book.
Huh.
So the whole concept is, so people that aren't familiar with Mr. Miracle, his superpower is he can escape anything.
Anything, literally.
Like, that's it. Like,
he has one job, and that's escape.
He can escape anything. So in this book, we see him. It's a great thing. This is set in continuity.
Okay.
The continuity of DCU. So we have a Mr. Miracle, who basically one day realized he's escaped everything. There's nothing he can't escape.
I was gonna make some tasteless jokes, but I'm gonna let you continue.
So he's decided that there's one thing he can't escape.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
Clever boy.
So literally, like that's not even a spoiler. In the first freaking page,
he kills himself.
He tries to kill himself, and it doesn't succeed. So he's like, "Oh, I escaped death," like. And it is the craziest stuff.
He hangs out with Death. He hangs out with the Black Racer.
Right?
Is that still a part of continuity? The Black Racer?
That's still a part of continuity.
The black guy in the armor and the skis. How high was Kirby when he came up with that?
Yeah.
Like, is it on here?
No, he didn't put him on here. I kept feeling Black Racer was like Kirby was like, what's the opposite of the Silver Surfer? Like, you know, like
Make him black and a knight.
And put skis on.
Put skis on him.
What is the opposite of a surfboard?
Skis. Water, snow.
And so it goes from being like this crazy book, and then all of a sudden we see Barda, Big Barda, and Mr. Rivo just kind of dealing with this whole thing.
Why did you try to kill yourself?
Yeah. And it's just kind of the fallout of like if someone tried to kill themselves, like what would happen?
Huh.
But we're seeing it from like the superhero point of view.
I see why you say that it's like Identity Crisis, because much like what Identity Crisis did, it took a real traumatic event that would fuck up real normal humans, and shows you how it would fuck up superhumans.
Yeah. And we see like the reactions that normal people would have if someone you knew tried to kill themselves.
Huh.
Like it's crazy.
Huh.
And so what ends up happening is they have to continue on. Like Darkseid is starting some shit, and they need to go deal with it.
But they don't trust them, or
they don't trust them, and they don't.
He's gonna try to kill himself again because he has to.
They don't know. Like, and it's like, and then there's this whole like I don't want to spoil anything, but it has to do with the anti-life equation, and it's really fucking interesting. Like,
if you get more of those in stock, I think I would like one.
Yeah.
This sounds fascinating.
It is.
If it's anything close to Identity Crisis, then I think I would like to.
The only thing about this is like I'm a little worried because it's 12 issues long.
Okay.
So this is gonna be pretty epic.
So it's a miniseries. It's not an ongoing.
No, it's a miniseries. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And so this is probably the best book it's out right now.
Really, that is high praise considering that, because there's some good books out here right now.
It's I mean all these websites are giving it a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
And I felt like, oh, they're overselling this thing. I read it yesterday. I was like, holy shit, this book is intense.
Well, for the person who asked on Facebook Live, sorry, I don't have the screen in front of me. It's out of stock, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
You only have polls right now, I believe.
Yeah.
And hopefully it was shorted, so hopefully we'll get more.
I reported them yesterday already, so hopefully they'll be coming soon.
So hopefully get restocked here so that more people can read this book and see real life drama affect superheroes.
Yeah. Great.
I don't know if that's your cup of tea, but it's fascinating.
Yeah, it's great stuff too because this is like it ties into the whole Kirby month.
Right.
You know, so like this is a Jack Kirby creation. So we go into our Kirby book, our DC Kirby book of the week is Newsboy Legion and
the Boy Commando.
Boy Commando special.
Ha!
So this was an interesting concept that Kirby came up with back in the day, and it was essentially like the Newsboy Legion. They were literally that. They were like kids that sold newspapers, but because they were always on the street, they knew about everything all going on.
Right.
The Boy Commandos were like they were like those kids you knew in high school, like with the ambition to join the military. Right.
Like, that was their goal.
Their goal was to join the military, and so they were all into it and whatever. So they never interacted really. And so we have Howard Chaykin.
All right.
Bringing them together.
Ha!
And they just had like opposite views in life, and you know.
Because I believe the Newsboy is very liberal.
Oh yeah.
If we use modern terms, the News was very liberal. I feel that the Boy Commandos would be very conservative.
Yeah. And so it's just a classic story of them in New York.
Like this a philosophical clash, but children.
Children.
Because I'm familiar with the Newsboy Legion because back when Superman, back in the 90s, like I was reading it around the death of Superman. I kept reading it. The Newsboy Legion would be a part of one of the books, I believe. Yeah. Whichever one of the books dealt with Katniss. Yeah. Because they always be the
ones that saved Superboy, right?
The ones that saved Superboy. Because they were always the B story in that book. Yeah. But they were all grown up. Yeah.
So it's always been cool. Like, I mean, I feel like Grant Morrison tried to bring them back during his Action Comics run, where he made them like he updated them. They were
bloggers.
Yeah, they were like message boards.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And they would.
I was just joking.
Yeah.
Damn it! Damn my brain.
So you know, classic Kirby concept, and just like last week with the Orion one, we have a classic Kirby.
Classic Kirby Newsboy issue in the back. That's cool.
Yeah, so this is fun stuff, man. It's a fun read. Howard Chaykin, great art, man. This is a great book.
He's very detailed. That's what I've always liked about his art. It's very detailed.
Yeah. It's in a Marvel or Kirby books.
We go back to Kirby, right?
We have Groot.
Groot.
So this is actually a reprint of a Tales to Astonish book. Mm-hmm. This is back when they were doing monster books, and so Groot was the monster of the week. And
he spoke perfect English.
He spoke perfect English, and he conquered cities.
He's like, I am Groot. I am invincible. Who dares defy me? Whoa, that's a lot of verbiage from the friendly tree that we're used to. So he was a monster of the week.
Monster. So it's very
X-Files, monster of the week.
Yeah, it's a fun book because it's very B-movie. And it's like scientists trying to figure out how to beat them. And
it's that era, right?
Yeah.
When the killing the monsters. Oh, we got the science experiment gone wrong. Or he's an alien tree, right?
Yeah, it's an alien tree.
Alien invasion of a tree.
And so, as we could tell, he looks a lot different than,
Yeah, he's a big gray, ugly, he's a big gray, thick, ugly tree.
Yeah.
He looks much more like a tree.
Much more like a tree, exactly.
Very rotund.
And then we have,
what do we got here?
We have Thor versus the Hulk.
We were discussing this in the pre-show meeting. Yes, Thor v. Hulk. The first time they've ever clashed, I believe.
Yeah,
correct? As you
the
were
first
talking.
time they're fighting. Yeah, and this is a fun book. Like I feel like they have to have had superhero fights before this, but this is a fun book. Like
I feel like Submariner and
Human Torch.
Human Torch.
The Android one.
Where they were always fighting.
Yeah.
During the invaders, they were at odds, but then when the Nazis showed up, they put their odds aside, they put their issues aside, and go kick some Nazi butt.
Exactly. So this is a fun book.
It's a reprint of an old Avengers book.
An old Avengers book. I think it's like number, it says here somewhere, but yeah. So it's a reprint of an old Avengers book, and
you were telling me it was quite amusing how.
Yeah. It literally.
Go ahead. Why don't you tell the audience?
It's literally a group of people, two mobs arguing over who would win in a fight.
Huh.
And then it all comes down to that, which is funny because that's how comic fans are, right?
I mean, how ahead of his time was Stan Lee and Jack Kirby? They predicted message board fights and division between fans years before it was actually a thing.
Because I feel like that's one thing, right? Where you can't be a fan of something without being like, oh, well, so-and-so will kick his ass.
Or is it Batman, Superman? You're a Batman fan. Oh, Batman can kick Superman's ass with kryptonite.
Yeah.
Superman, you can totally kick his ass.
Yeah.
And then the annoying one on the internet, Goku can beat everyone.
Yeah. So we got the Thor versus the Hulk.
Thor versus the Hulk, and then what else do we got?
And then we have a reprint of the Mighty Thor #1.
No, the very first, not the very first, it was the first solo Thor book, because he was in Tales of Astonish as well.
So we have, and this actually features, I forget this guy's name, but...
What artist? Or?
No, this guy, remember, he's,
one of the Warbound.
Yeah.
One of the Warbound from Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
I have no clue, I can't remember.
I don't remember.
He had some name that had to do with rocks.
Yeah. So this is
he was one of the Warbound. Yeah, that's funny. I think they mentioned that. Like, a lot of people try to call you a planet, but some guy with a hammer beat us all.
Yeah. So
it's a reprint of the Mighty Thor #1.
Mighty Thor #1. Well, we had classic where this is back when he was Donald Blake and he
would hit the cane on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. Hitting the cane on the ground. And you'd have to hit the cane and turn to Thor. And if he was away from his hammer for too long, he would turn back.
Like some ridiculous time, like 30 seconds, or a minute. If he was away from the hammer for a minute, poof.
You would turn back.
Turn back to Donald Blake in the most inopportune times.
Yeah. And so, so this is the first, the reprint of that first issue. And we have a reprint of Journey into Mystery number 85, which is like a Loki issue.
Ah, look at that.
Yeah.
Hell, that might be the first Loki. I could be wrong.
I feel like it might be. I know.
How much work did fucking Kirby put in back then?
He put in a lot, man.
I mean, like, artists today can barely do fucking 22 pages.
Yeah.
I mean, like, back then, he was just sitting there with a cigar and his freaking...
knocking shit out.
I'm sure he had a glass of scotch next to him. Boom. Energy bubble. Energy bubble. Energy bubble. Energy bubble.
Ignoring the phone from Stan Lee calling him. And
screw you, Stan. Drunk. Yeah, because he was like... he was a prolific artist,
Yeah.
working on multiple books at
the same time, man. So yeah, so these are cool. These are the cool Marvel reprints, and like last week, they're all $1.
$1. What steal?
Yeah, so you get all these.
You get full comic books, classic Kirby for $1.
Yeah. And so yeah, so
Can't beat that.
You can't beat that.
Thor #1, you get Thor vs. Hulk from the Avengers book, and then you get to see Groot be an asshole.
Yeah. Groot, well, before he was a good guy.
Before he became a good guy, when he could still talk,
Yeah.
because what was it, their vocal cords would become damaged, or they get old, so their vocal cords would be damaged, and all they could say would be "I am" and Groot.
Yeah.
To paraphrase Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
Or Rocket.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you think Kirby and Stan ever thought that this would be a big movie star?
No. No, it's like what you said. It was the monster of the week.
Yeah. Like, honestly,
no, 5 years ago I didn't think that thing would be a movie star.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Because I feel like when the first Guardians movie came out, I would have bet money there was the Rocket was going to be the one that take off.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was Groot. Like, everybody loved Groot.
And then you freaking made him baby Groot.
Yeah.
You freaking strap a rocket to his back. Oh. Unintentional pun. I'm sorry. I'll fire myself later. You freaking level him up, upgrade him. Like, oh, we go from Groot, who is, big dummy, and then baby Groot, who's adorable.
Yeah.
Like the Facebook post you made earlier said, you didn't think that they could top the opening from the first Guardians movie, and then they go and top it with baby Groot running around the battlefield while they're fighting the thing it's confirmed from the Cancerverse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
I read somewhere that they confirmed that thing that they're fighting in the opening sequence of Guardians 2, that is from the Cancerverse.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Which, if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, that's a thing.
That's a thing, yeah. Did you see that thing about how they're talking about, James Gunn is talking about, like, it's probably going to happen. We're probably going to get a Ravengers prequel movie.
Huh.
Like, because Disney's like, we want to make a movie with Stallone. Like,
we want to be in business with him.
Yeah, so...
Stallone, Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah. That was a pretty all-star Ravengers team, man.
Right, real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Even the robot was Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Like,
it was insane.
Yeah.
I was like, all-star.
Yeah, so they're saying...
Like, all the Ravager captains. So they got to show the original Guardians of the Galaxy, so to speak.
Yeah. So we're going to get Yondu coming back. Mm-hmm. They're to make that movie.
Starhawk, and then other Starhawk.
Starhawk.
Whichever one was Charlie 27.
It was it Ving Rhames, right?
That was Ving Rhames. I was killing her right now. I couldn't remember who that was. It was Ving Rhames is freaking Charlie 27. And then you said Miley Cyrus, apparently.
She was the little head. I never remember that robot's name.
Huh.
But yeah, there's talks of that might happen.
Well, why don't we get together and make some money?
Yeah.
This is kind of fun.
Have you seen the deleted scene clip of Stallone? He can't say Ravager. It's the funniest thing. Like,
oh, I can't wait. Oh, because it came out digital yesterday.
It came out, yeah. So
it's like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it comes out my Blu-ray. The 20-something, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, he can't say the word Ravager.
Yeah, rawr.
Like, he literally ends it by saying like, "Oh, I'll fix it in post. Fix it in post." Like, you know, like.
Well, fix it in post. I'm a professional. I'm also old.
Old.
I was already old in the 80s.
Yeah.
That was almost 40 years ago now. I'm gonna go jump off a cliff here.
So yeah, so
that is the books of this week. We finished up with Kirby because it's Kirby time.
Yeah, it's Kirby month, man. All month is Kirby.
All month we're gonna have Jack Kirby books
every week,
just from both DC and Marvel, paying tribute to the great King Kirby.
The king of comics. He's the king of comics, right?
He is.
And he created for both big studios. Man.
Yeah, he is responsible for a lot of things.
I feel like everybody out there, there's a character you like that Jack Kirby created. Mm-hmm. You know, like I don't think he created so many characters. You know,
he's responsible for a lot of stuff. Stanley tries to freaking take credit from him.
Yeah. So we ended with next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Midnight release.
That's right.
Dark Knight's Metal.
Dark Knight's Metal.
Yeah. So then that's a midnight release that's the big DC event. It's supposed to. We haven't had a DC event in a while, man.
Over a year. Yeah. Not since DC Rebirth #1. So midnight release here at Nostalgic Books and Comics in San Gabriel.
We'll be open at 10 p.m. We got the confirmation. You can buy DC Metal at midnight as well as every other DC title.
Every DC book. So if you need your DC fix At midnight, the stroke of midnight.
Yeah.
If you want your DC books, get over here
Yeah.
to Nostalgic Books and Comics at 10 p.m. Hang out. Pete will be here. I'll probably be here. The regular cast of characters here at Nostalgic Books and Comics.
And we'll have the book. We'll have multiple covers, and we'll have special midnight release covers. Not sure what that looks like yet, but
I'm sure we'll find out through the internet.
We'll find out.
I'm sure on Twitter or Facebook they'll put out some images to get everybody a little bit more excited to come out and shell them money for these special variants.
Yeah.
So next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
10 p.m. here, Nostalgic Books and Comics.
And,
So, exciting stuff.
Yeah, it should be a good book. They sent me like 8 pages, like unlettered. I have no idea what's going on, but it looks amazing.
Out of context, it looks quite impressive.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it, man. like there's all sorts of stuff that's just like you're like that shouldn't fit together, but we'll see what happens.
Well, behold, it does.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So remember, we're here every Wednesday night in the 8 o'clock hour. At some point at 8 o'clock, unless this thing isn't recording, and then we do it at 9 o'clock, like we did a couple weeks ago. We're here every Wednesday doing our comic book focus show. Pete is the host. We're here at Pete's store. We're talking comics every Wednesday night. Saturday nights, I'll be gaming. We have Dre versus Super Nintendo. Me versus Super Metroid. Round 5 coming up this Saturday night.
How's that going?
The last episode was a lot better. I conquered where I got stuck.
Yeah.
I had to fight one of the first big bosses, Kraid. I had to push my way through that. It took a little work. Apparently, my old man brain, I had to turn it off, and I had to think like a kid. And I was like, how did young me beat this? Stop carrying, because I was strategizing too much. And once I stopped carrying, I beat the boss.
Yeah. There you go.
So every Saturday night, when I can muster up the nerve, we got Dre versus Super Nintendo here on Dre's Geek Philosophy podcast page, and then every Monday, and this past Monday we did the show from here.
Yeah, we did.
Right over there in the Nostalgic Podcast Studios.
Yeah.
Every Monday night we're here talking about all things nerdy, not just comic books. We talk about movies, video games, TV shows, anything that falls under. So we talked Netflix.
Yeah.
We talked Netflix this past week. We talked about Tron Legacy this past Monday. So be sure to check out that show as well if you're interested in other nerdity. So you can follow me at DreGP Podcast. You can follow Pete at Nostalgic_Comics. As always, you can always follow Pete's comic shop through, I put it in the title of the link, Nostalgic Books and Comics. You can follow his store. That way you can get in contact with him. If you want to get some comics, get a hold of my man Pete. He'll help you out. So, for Pete, I'm Dre. Thank you for watching tonight.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.